Hello, the MACKEM CABBIE here. How are you doing? With some more transfer news and banter. Sunderland hold new talks over Bologna's Jhon Lucumi. And yes, we have inquired about him before. So Sunderland have held further discussions over Jhon Lucumi, but currently remain short of Bologna's valuation of the centre-half. It's just the typical banter, isn't it? It's like, we want more, you're not getting it, and that's the barter you get between every club that you try and approach. The Black Cats' overhaul of the squad that won promotion to the Premier League last season remains ongoing, with the attention now being focused on strengthening the defence. Left-back Ronaldo Mandava is currently the only defender to have arrived at the Stadium of Light this summer, but with Chris Meffen having left at the end of last season's loan deal, there is an acknowledgement that Sunderland remain light at centre-half, and time is ticking quick. The club have considered a number of options this summer, but have always regarded the 27-year-old Lucimi as their preferred target. There has been an ongoing dialogue with Bologna's officials for a number of weeks now, and more formal talks are understood to have taken place in the last few days. However, while the discussions are believed to have been productive, an agreement over a fee is not yet in place, which I really don't take much notice of them anymore, the fees, because over Grant Xhaka, apparently the fee was agreed in principle, and we then hear that he's not allowed to leave, so that really means nothing, does it? Sunderland are understood to be willing to put together a package worth around about €20 million for Lucimi, a Colombian international who joined Bologna from Belgium club Genk in the summer of 2022. The Bologna hierarchy are reportedly holding out for a minimum of €25 million, although there is likely to be a degree of flexibility over how a deal for that sum is structured. So further talks are planned, with the Italian media suggesting that Bologna are already investigating potential replacements for Lucimi, who has made 109 senior appearances for Serie A side. Bologna reportedly sent a senior scouting delegation to Belgium this week to watch Union Saint-Gilloise fed lesson at first hand. Lucimi has turned down the offer of a contract extension with Bologna and appears to be keen to move to England in order to test himself in the Premier League. Bournemouth have been credited with an interest in acquiring his services, but Sunderland are currently understood to be the only English club in active discussions with the Bologna officials. So let's have a look and see what some of the fans have to say about that then. We have Anthony says, think a deal will get done here. Mark says, how on earth are transfers conducted? Says this and the Xhaka one seems to have dragged on for weeks. I think Hamas and Israel are sorting out a ceasefire quicker than these two deals. Jeff replies to that and says, well, Mark, it's quite simple. It's not Championship Manager, is it? The press speculate, they have no knowledge, so don't be led by them. He says, easily puts, seller wants more cash, buyers pay less. There is negotiation to reduce or increase the price. Then there is discussion on structure of payments. Then seller lets other clubs know so they can create a bidding market, and it just goes on and on. But I know where you're coming from, though. When Sunderland inquire about a big player, it never seems straightforward, does it? Mark Dawson says our recruitment and ownership is second to none. That was on somebody that says no fault in our own, which we're in the Premier League, so they're definitely doing something right. Mark says this centre-back was in talks with his current club to sign a deal which he hasn't, so we now could potentially get him less than his asking price. And David says need to get two centre-backs in because time is moving on, and it's moving on quick. So just a recap of the Lucimi. We'll just get a little bit of info. It has been mentioned before, but in case you've missed it, his date of birth is 26th of June 1998. He's age 27, 6'2", decent size. Position centre back. In his senior career, he was 42 appearances for Deportivo Cali between the years 2015 and 2018. Between 2018 and 2022 with Genk, and 91 appearances, scoring 2 goals. And current club, Bologna, and he's made 94 appearances. International career, Colombia under-17s with 8 appearances, and 2019 Colombia national side with 29 appearances. So there we go. Any more news that you hear, any more news that I hear, I will let you a lot know. I'm sure there'll be something else later on today. I'm hoping I hear something about that Granit Xhaka, because that's leaving everybody a bit of a cliffhanger what's going on. So me and the dogs and the neighbours, we'll catch you later. Have a good Friday.